Well, a theatre, a 21st century theatre needs a theatre to operate, first of all.
A theatre should have a restaurant. It's like being without arms, you know. It just seems crazy to have a great theatre or a good theatre, a beautiful theatre, without a restaurant.
21st century theatre needs to be relevant, but that depends, of course, on your choice of plays. Relevant not only to today, but to humanity, to mankind, if you like. It doesn't have to try and supply answers, but if it can open up questions and give the audiences something to think about and ponder, this is what theatre does best. I think theatre in the 21st century should entertain, first of all, and the best plays entertain, whether they are comedy, tragedy, drama, the very best do. And a lot of new plays that are being written do this as well, but are concerned with questions that are appropriate to today's world, and that's very important.
A modern theatre needs to be intimate. The audiences who come here will be used to screens, television screens half as big as their house. They're used to seeing actors close up and personal. They're used to being in there to a spectacle. They won't go to huge theatres anymore, cavernous theatres, where they see little dots in the distance called actors. Killara, Marion Street is right on the cusp of the future. All good theatre will be intimate theatre in the future.
I would love to see a theatre that was more accessible for a variety of disabilities, more wheelchair access all round for performers and people coming to see the performances.
Well, in my opinion, a theatre in the 21st century should be accessible to all people. It should be diverse culturally. It should be able to represent all cultures, put on any kind of theatre show, and not just a theatre show. And that's what really strikes me about the plans for art exhibition spaces, more theatres, the amphitheatre. It's going to be able to really represent all cultures in the community.
I think a 21st century theatre needs to re-engage the youth of our community, because theatre so much today has become, because of the prices of tickets, it's kind of an older, more affluent demographic. What I think is so exciting about so many theatres in Sydney is that it's starting to get younger audiences coming, because that is the lifeblood of the theatre, you know, like, well, it certainly was for me. I mean, theatre completely changed my life when I was a kid. Kind of saved my life. It gave me a place to go and to express myself and be creative and passionate and engaged and part of a community. So yeah, that's what I think it needs. And I think it's so exciting that Marion Street Theatre already kind of has that, because it has the youth theatre, the kids theatre, and those guys are kind of growing up to become invested in the future of Marion Street Theatre. So yeah, that's what I think it needs. I think it needs young people who are passionate and excited and committed and want the theatre to reopen.
And a good space and an intimate space, in a space that is really driven by community, because I think more and more we're feeling as a society super disconnected, super engaged with things that aren't personal to us, with our phones, with our computers, with just mass information.
We're all shut away, watching our screens, our computers, iPads, listening for telephone beeps and all that kind of technical stuff, which is a little bit scary. Cars that don't have drivers, drones that can hover outside your windows and peer in. All these things are a little bit threatening. But theatre, and this kind of a theatre, this new Marion Street Theatre, is not like that. It is a welcoming space. It is an inclusive space. It will envelop you as a community, and it will allow you to be yourselves within it.
This type of theatre is the future.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do like it.
Love it. Leave a comment, just nice ones.
Retweet.
Follow us on Twitter.
Sign up to our Instagram. Share it.
Wow us.
If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel.
Please like our Facebook page.
And none of those silly little emojis that look like, turds.
If you have any questions, please email us.
For updates, go to the website and register as a friend.
Talk to the local councillors.
You can find more information on how to contact them in the video description.
By all means, spread the word. Tell your friends about this.
Keep in touch and keep up the community spirit. We really need it.
Help us. Help the community.
Say yes to opening the theatre again.
Do what you can to help us.
Think big and go for the future.
What are you going to get out of it? A theatre? Well, 3 theatre spaces. An upstairs theatre, a downstairs theatre, and an amphitheatre. And also more rehearsal spaces, and office spaces. And art gallery space. Wow! These plans are really good. Check them out online.
Please comment below if you're a friend of Marion Street Theatre. I know I am.
I am a friend of Marion Street Theatre.
I am a friend of Marion Street Theatre.
I am a friend of Marion Street Theatre.